Okay, so we also have 729 times 27 equals 19,683 equals 27 equals 9. Here we have 729 plus 27 equals 756 equals 18 equals 9. Okay? Okay, so I forgot about the number 69. 69 times 69 equals 4761 equals 18 equals 9. Okay, 96 times 96 equals 9216 equals 18 equals 9. 69 plus, times 96 equals 6624 equals 18 equals 9. 69 plus 69 equals 138 equals 12 equals 3. 96 plus 96 equals 192 equals 12 equals 3. And 69 plus 96 equals 165 equals 12 equals 333. So 69 is 333,33,999. Okay. And let's do it this way. If you put 96 over 96 and you add down, but you get 18 and 12, and then you get a 69 over 69, and you get a 12 and an 18, and you get a 69 over a 96, and you get 15 and 15. Okay, 18 and 12 is 30. 12 and 18 is 30. And 15 and 15 is 30. Every which way you go, you get a 333 from 69. And it's also 39, Satan's number, which is the opposite of 666. I believe 69 is the prison we live in. It's Satan's world. Upside down, it doesn't matter. He lives in upside down world. And he lives here, but we just can't see him. So let's get back to some more numbers. Alright, so now you got 66. Okay? 6 plus 6 is 12 equals 3. 6 times 6 equals 36, which is 3 sixes. This is times 36, and it equals 9, which gives us 3 nines. Okay? And also 66 represents 36. 666. It's everywhere. Alright? We also have 36 plus 12. 36 times 12 equals 432, which is 9. So we have another 9. Now we'll go to 99. Alright? You get 9 plus 9 equals 18, which is 3 sixes, and 9 times 9 equals 81, which is 9. This is also 9. So you have 99 equals 99. It's also 3 sixes. Okay? You have 81 plus 18 equals 99. It's just crazy to me, alright? I never saw such a thing. Alright, let's go on. There's other ways of getting there, but we'll see. Okay? Let's look at 36. We know 36 is 3 sixes. It goes many ways. 3 sixes, 3 times 6, 18. 18 is 3 sixes. If you take 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 all the way plus 36, it equals 666. 36 is 666. 63, it doesn't matter. Backwards and forwards. Okay? You have 3 plus 6 equals 9. And 3 times 6 equals 18 equals 9. Everything equals 9. To reckon the number of the beast is more than just looking at 666. Okay, it all is 9. Satan's number. So, I see I missed this one. 81. Alright, let's go on. 18. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18, right? Equals 9. Then we also have 23. 2 threes. So 23 is 33. And this all goes back to 33. Okay? Plus 2 times 3 equals 6. 69. 6 and 9. Upside down, right side up. Alright? Let's go to the next page. We have now 39. Right? 3 nines. Okay? That goes back to everything I said about 39s. Plus, it doesn't matter if it's 3 nines or 93, like 93 million miles away from the sun. Okay, there's another one in the solar system. 3 nines. Okay, then we have 333. 3 33s, which is 666, right? We've heard that one before. And we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. And 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27 equals 9. Okay? Everything goes back to 9. Don't forget 3 11s, right? Which is 333. So we have that. Plus 3 times 1 and 3 times 1 is 33. We also could do that here. 3 times 3 is 99. 3 times 3 and 3 times 3. 3 times 9 here is 27 equals 9. Everything goes back to 9. Okay? Alright, so let's get to the big one. 9/11. Everybody knows 9/11 refers to Revelation 9/11, Apollyon, Apollo, which is Satan. And we all know that 9/11's been predicted, and it's on a lot of things, and it's in a lot of movies, and a lot of people predict or say that it predicted the events that happened on September 11th, 2001. Now, I'm not saying it didn't, and I'm sure some of them did, but I think that 9/11 and showing it so much, and the reason it appears all over the place, is because it is just another 666, and it references Satan in the Bible. And when I get further along in my video here, you'll see how this all applies. But first we have to get through the numbers. So 9/11s, right? And what do you get? 246, 246, 246, 666. Plus 9 times 1 and 9 times 1 is 99. And that goes back to everything with 99, which is 666 and 69 and all that wrapped up in one. Alright, and then we go to 322, which would be 3 times 2 and 3 times 2, which is 66. And that goes back to everything with 66. And then we really get to the crazy number 13. I didn't really figure this out on my own. I heard it somewhere along my travels. I've watched so many different things and read so many different things. I can't tell who or what all my information came from. But, I believe that the Lord shows you the information that you need to know. And if I don't use other people's information, which I've been using this whole video, I didn't come up with all this. I would never have seen this without you guys. But 13 now is really a crazy one. 13 is really 1/3, right? 1/3 of the angels that lost their first estate in heaven. Those 1/3 are 33.3 or 3.33 of 100, right? That's 333, which we know all works out to 333s and 666. So 13 is 666. Yes, we've been told half the secret about 13. Friday the 13th, 13 is unlucky. They don't like to put this country, this world used to be a more godly place. I was a young rebellious kid. I'll tell you about that in future videos, but the country was definitely more godly, and that's when I didn't believe in God. And I can't believe the things that I've grown up to see happen. For instance, like heavy metal and elevator music, okay? That's just crazy to me, all right? Ozzy Osbourne was on trial in front of Congress because he was an evil man, and today he's like a icon on television. What was good is evil, and what was evil is good. It's so unbelievable. I just want everybody to wake up, please. Jesus, please, just let everybody see the truth. But let's get back to 13. Okay? So, on the other half of 333 is 666, right? Out of 100? So the third of the angels that came from heaven, spirits, and the other half are the 666s, which are the humans. It's crazy. I don't know if everybody else sees it like that, but I think it's crazy. So now 13 becomes very important. All right, we have 77. That shows up a lot too. Okay, but you have 7 times 7 equals 49 equals 13. 77 represents 666. Okay, 333 is 333s. This is just the other half of 2/3, which also, thanks to Rob Skeever, I just learned, is 8 inches, right? Sorry, let me fix that. 8 inches per mile squared for the formula of the curvature of the Earth, which is 2/3, which is 666. It's everywhere, all right? I just learned that one the other day. Thanks, Rob. But we got 77 equals 666, okay? Plus you got 4 times 9 equals 36. 3 sixes. Okay? No matter how you look at it. Plus you have another 9 equals 9. Alright? And then you have 76 equals 13. Okay? That also is another way of getting to 666. Remember 76 gas stations? Okay? Dale Earnhardt's big sponsor, 76. He wears a big 76 on his patch. 666, his car number. Okay, now that you know all these numbers and you go back and you look up who wore what jersey, what numbers were which, who had what car number, all the numbers in the media, everything. It's bigger than just looking at the 3 threes and the obvious 6 sixes. Okay, it's in the Bible to reckon it. Of course, the 666 showed up because they're there. I believe that they show up as it gets more obvious. They've been here forever, since the very first deception. The Great Deception is just not now. The Great Deception has been forever. First was evolution, then was the flat earth. These things are the Great Deception. Anything to take us away from God. It's now the Mandela effect is the same thing, the Great Deception. But these numbers have been here since the Tower of Babel. Okay, so God broke up the languages at the Tower of Babel. Nimrod is the first Mason, some people say. Okay, I don't know for sure, but they've traced it back to him being the first Mason. So that means they knew their numbers. That means they knew their numbers. That's what Masonry is. Then they were building the most advanced building of its time. They knew what they were doing. They wanted to communicate after God broke the languages up. Numbers and math did not change. Okay, they are able to communicate with symbols and numbers without speaking. All right, it also goes deeper than that. Our whole, wait until I get to the letter system and our alphabet. Okay, it goes to reverse speech. Everything in our whole world is based on 6s and 9s, and that's why it's casting spells. Now, to us, it just sounds like 6s and 9s. But to them, they know exactly what it means. There's a whole language to them. I'm not sure who ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy, but that character, Brute, all he says is, I am Brute. But through the whole 2 movies, everybody else knows exactly what he's saying, but we don't. Okay, it's a language that they only understand, and I'm not sure why, and I can't tell you or understand how I've got to this point. The numbers have been driving me crazy. There's so many. My whole life is filled with 666s. Before I believed in God, it's unbelievable how it's part of my password. It's part of my anniversary when I was married. It's where I lived. It's unbelievable. It's part of my license number, my social security number. It could be in everybody's, but nah, I don't think as blatant as mine, and I'm not going to give that information away. So, did anybody ever play Sudoku? You know, the game where everything has to equal 9 in a square with 9 sections. It's a cube. Everything has to equal 9, and people say a cube is our prison. But I'm going to get to that later. That's another really interesting part of this find that I have. But, alright, so let's go over here. We have 27, which is two sevens, okay? And 77 is important. And a lot of things happen on July 7th, 7 7, right? And 76. What about that number? Equals 13. 1776. And 13 stars on our flag with 13 colonies and 13 stripes, right? All to start this beautiful country of ours. I don't know, one of my first rabbit holes was the Masons who built Washington, D.C., and our money and all that. Everybody started with all that. But you never really put it to the Bible and to the numerology to 666 and 13, what it really means. What about the old basketball team, the 76ers, you know? I'm not even sure if they're still around because I haven't watched sports in a really long time. And I just think there's a reason for every number they use. And that's kind of how I got to where I am. Is I worked backwards. I saw numbers that were very prevalent, and I said, why is that number there? Why are they showing that number? And of course, it always works out into this. And what about the number 49? San Francisco 49ers. I'm sure you guys out there could figure out a lot more of these numbers with sports and stuff because I haven't been watching that. I've turned my regular television off a long time ago. Since a year ago, I've learned that that's how God communicates with you. The radio and television and all that is interference, so the frequency is disturbed, and you don't have a contact with Him. But it's so crazy how everything, chemtrails with the harp and the frequencies and the smart meters and all that is to screw you up so you really can't find out the truth. They do not want us to know the truth. I really still don't understand why I am obsessed with all these numbers, but you guys can see it. It's crazy, and I'm not even close to finished yet, so stick with me. Alright, so we got one last thing I forgot to mention. Let's get a new page here. Okay, so we have 777. 777. Everybody thinks that that's a lucky number. But we've been deceived about everything. Okay, so we have 7 times 7 times 7 equals 343. Everybody should go and get their calculator and do this math themselves, alright? Then you have 7 plus 7 plus 7, and that equals 21, okay? And if you add these up, you got 364, and you got 13. So 777 is 13, okay, and 666, okay. So it just blows me away. There's no way that everything could work out to these numbers. I mean, there's unlimited numbers out there, and these are the numbers that show up all the time. Okay, so let's do this for instance. We have 666 plus 666 equals 1332, and that equals 9. And you got 666 times 666, and that equals 44,355,6, 27, and that equals 9. All right, and then you have 999 plus 999 equals 1998 equals 27 equals 9. And you have 999 times 999 equals 998001, which is 27, which is 9. So how many times are we going to come to 9? 9 rules this world, man. It's crazy. All right, so all this information came to me over the last 6 or 8 months, and I pray on it. I guess I never knew what praying really was, and praying is just thinking on God and thinking about what He wants you to think about. He puts the thoughts in your heads. These are questions. I have a lot of questions, but like, really, where do your thoughts come from? We know that you have free will, and truth in the media, truth in the movies and lies in the media, in the news. But in the movies, right, you always see the devil and the angel sitting on your shoulder. One's telling you good things and one's telling you bad things, and you have free will to choose which one you want. I think that there's all kinds of thoughts that are put into your head all day long, right? And then you get to choose to listen to them or not, and to decide, to discern whether or not they were good thoughts or bad thoughts. And that's basically why some people are good and some people are evil. So when I think about this all day long, things come to me every day. Every day. I can't prove things. I want to be able to make sure that I can show the math or show these anomalies with some certainty. I just don't want to make up numbers. And there's a few things that I still been thinking about, and they came to me today, which you'll see in future video. But for instance, when I sit in the car on lunch or whatever, I hear a voice that says, "Get the calculator out," and I started playing with the numbers, and that's how these 666 times 666s came. But let's show you some things, right? So if you go 789 times 789, it equals that, right? So you got 8, 10, 15, 18, 666, and 9. 18 is 9, right? Alright, so let's go 852 times 852. So you got 9, 14, 18, 27. So you got 9 again. Okay. And I just played around like this, and you guys could do the same thing. You could go 963 times 963, and you got 11, 18, 21, 36, 3 6s, and 9, right? It doesn't work out with every single number because I did it a lot, but it comes out more often than not. It's is an anomaly that I've never heard about. If this is something that everybody's thinking like, wow, you found some real crazy stuff. Woohoo! No, this is blowing my mind, and it gets better. Okay, so you think that 13 and all these numbers are just my thoughts, and I'm telling you that God has helped me, and I've had these theories for a very long time. All right, so when one day I was reading some comments and somebody left the chapter and verse to Revelation 13:18, and this is where it says to reckon the number of the beast, right? And when I first read Reckon the Beast, or I Reckon the Number of the Beast, that was about a year ago, and I'm not going to remember all the chapter and verse numbers. So I still had all these theories. Coming up with this theory just didn't happen overnight. I never equated it to anything except to thought. And when I read the comment with the chapter and verse, which is 13:18, it just hit me like a brick wall. I actually almost, it's a powerful feeling. It was like God just confirming that you're right. 13 is important, and 13 is what I think it is, and so is 18, right? And let's see what I could show you about that. Okay? Let's go over here. And we have 13:18, chapter 13:18. If you add chapter 13 and 18 together, you get 31. Okay, so 31 and 13, 3113, opposites, okay? 69, opposites, okay? And here you get 44. 44 is another very important number. As you guys know, 2 Corinthians 4:4, Satan is the god of this world. Let's see if I can find that right now. There we go. 2 Corinthians 4:4. Satan, who is the god of this world, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. They are unable to see the glorious light of the good news. They don't understand this message about the glory of Christ, who is the exact likeness of God. And, it's very emotional when you find out that everything goes back and confirms everything else. Okay? And 2 Corinthians 4:4 is also 88. And 88 is another very important number, which we're going to get to later. And you'll just have to wait. Okay? And also the fact that 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 8 equals 13. That's crazy too. So 13 is a very important number. Mirror images, as above, so below. It's all plays into each other. 44, 88. All right, but now what I want to show is how these numbers kind of go and correlate to Bible verses, and it's going to get crazy from here.